Spazio 13 is the process of transformation and refurbishment of a former middle school, a school in the neighborhood called Libertà in Bari. Libertà is freedom in Italian. And this neighborhood is a very socially complex, mixed and fragile neighborhood in Bari, hyper-dense, lacking public spaces and lacking aggregational spaces. And this school was progressively abandoned in the last 15 years for basically no physical reasons, but just for a social bad fame, let's say. So it was a really sad story of political loss. And so the municipality of Bari chose this building and this project to be refurbished, reimagined. In 2005 to 2016, the National Association of Italian Municipality, called ANCI, issued a call towards the municipalities to choose some building to be refurbished and transformed. The municipality of Bari chose this school to be transformed, but instead of answering directly to the call, turned the call towards the citizens, the collectivity of Bari people, and we answered and we won. And the interesting part of the story is that "we" is a very collective name, let's say. Spazio 13 is in fact a partnership, a network of networks made of 14 different associations and grassroots movements of Bari. And so we won this call with a project of transformation of the school into what we like to call a learning center, a learning hub, and devoted to young people to help them learn new skills, also to imagine new job futures and new also creative futures. One of the most, I think, successful parts of this young story, because we've been active for 1 year and a half just, is that it has been a very inclusive process. We were a huge team, as I told, 14 associations or more than 40 or 50 people just in the beginning of the project, in the management group. And so we were able to reach with just our beginning networks a huge audience in a certain sense. We were issuing a lot of calls. We organized a lot of meetings and what we call one-day meetings, or also round tables with the collectivities. And actually we reached a lot of people on the whole urban scale, I have to admit. Probably what we can do better in the future is to concentrate better on the fragile parts of the society, and probably on the fragile part of our neighborhood, which, as I said, is very complex and very weak on the social point of view. So what we have to do is to be more proactive in involving the neighborhood directly in what we do. But as far as I can tell until now, in terms of inclusiveness, we've been quite wide, let's say. Since we are very young and since we have this huge and complex and very liquid team in the management, we have been very experimental until now. So we've made a lot of things, a lot of activity, but we lack some framework, let's say. We really would like to learn how to be able to foresee a more stable, a more solid future for our project, if possible, of course. So what we really are appreciating a lot of this activity of sharing thoughts and sharing experience is that we can learn from older experiences that have had a strong impact also on larger scales with a huge complexity of processes, and so we really can learn a lot to build a stable framework for us.